Good morning everyone. I had that thing this morning where you wake up and you feel like it's a weekday and then you realise that it's not, it's actually the weekend and you can stay in bed a little bit longer, you don't have to rush and get the kids ready for school, and it was the best feeling ever and far better than when it happens the other way around, which is awful. Although with the 4 of them, it's very rare that I'm in bed past 7:30 to be honest. But the sun is shining, it looks like it's going to be a really nice day, which is fabulous. So I've just had a shower, washed my hair, but I haven't dried it yet. So I'm just going to go and sort that out, sort out my face, get dressed, and we're going to head out as quickly as we can. Marian's got Marnie on the trampoline, they're just crawling around, chasing each other on the trampoline, but I think Marnie's had enough because she is squeaking. So I'm going to go and rescue her. Hi! I can't work out if the squeaks are happy squeaks or sad squeaks. I better go and investigate. Out for a morning stroll, test driving the new go-kart that Aiden had for his birthday last weekend, although Merrin is more enthused about it than Aiden. I think it's a bit too hard work for him, his little legs can't cope with the pedalling. But it's just nice to see the sunshine. You happy in there? Is that fun, Merrin?
I'm not gonna slide down here.
Why not? It'd be fun. Mind you, you don't have your helmet on now. Why have you taken off your helmet?
As a young girl, it feels were mine. We played hide and seek for hours. Missed our
He looks like Bowser. He looks like Bowser in the car.
He does.
Nailed
it.
Smooth. Nothing wrong about this at all. I'm becoming very attached to sunny weather now. I think I'm going to be really depressed when there's rain and clouds and nasty weather comes back. Apparently it's not going to be so nice tomorrow. It's funny, once the sun comes out you kind of forget all the grim weather and just get the flip-flops out. It's so nice to not have to put on socks. Simple things in life make me happy. How are those legs, Merrin?
Who's in? Because the go-kart's a bit too small.
You will have leg muscles of steel after this. Careful now, bend there, the cars will be coming around. Go on the same side as Dylan.
One big smile across my face. We used to dance our way to church.
So we're back from our walk. We actually ended up going for ages. We went for our usual little walk down the lane and decided it was such a lovely day that we would just keep walking. So the kids had lots of exercise, plenty of fresh air, and really enjoyed themselves. We walked for well over an hour and stopped off at my mum's house for a cup of tea and some toast. So now the kids are home chilling out on the trampoline and just playing in the house. Dan has got a bit of work to do this afternoon for an hour or so, so he's going to do that. And I am just heading out because we are very low on nappies, and also the kids all want ice lollies as soon as the sun comes out. And our local corner shop is well over £1 for one ice lolly. I think it's much better logic to go to the supermarket and buy lots of boxes of ice lollies for probably the same amount as it would cost for 3 from the shop, and then we've got ice lolly supply for the whole weekend. So that's what I'm going to do. Well, that was a much better idea. I just got about 4 boxes of lollies for the price that it would cost to buy each of the kids a lolly from the shop, and I got about 12 lollies for the same price. Do you want a lolly? No? Okay, I'll have yours. What happened to your nap?
I woke up, so she watched me mow the lawn.
That's 2 extremely short naps you've had today.
Which means 1 really long sleep tonight.
No, it doesn't. That's the thing.
Come on.
Look at these that I found in my local
FGTV has
friendly co-op. They look so good. I'm hoping Dylan doesn't want one because I want to try one and there's only 3. How's that strawberry working out for you, Marnie? You're mostly wearing it rather than eating it. Is it nice? You're making it into strawberry juice, I see. Just tried a raspberry for the first time, which seemed to go down well. And you're watching the boys on the trampoline. Quick question for you if you're a parent. My eldest is 11, and I just wondered, if you have children of that age, or even if you don't, at what age do you think you would be comfortable letting them go out and either off on their bikes or walking around with friends or to the park or something like that without you or without an adult? Dylan hasn't asked to do that yet, thankfully for me, but a lot of his friends are, and so I'm figuring it's only a matter of time before he wants to go out and do things like that, meet friends and go off on his bike or scooter or whatever. And I'm just not there. The idea of it just terrifies me, which I guess is normal, and I'm sure lots of mums and dads feel the same. But I just wondered, I'd just like to know what you all think, because it's not that I don't, well, I slightly don't trust him. I feel like he's quite, I was about to say actually he's quite young for his age. I don't think he's quite young for his age. I don't think he's old before his years. I think he is just a typical 11-year-old, but I'm not sure that I went off on my own at 11. It's hard to remember. I think I was slightly older, but it's more me than anything else. I just think I would be an absolute wreck. I would worry about him so much. And we live in quite a small town. We don't live in a big city or anything, but still, I just think there's so many busy roads and this, I don't know, and obviously until he wants to do it, it's not really an issue. It's not like he's asking all the time and we're saying no, but just because some of his other friends are, I figure it's not gonna be far off. And he is starting secondary school in September. So yeah, I just would like to know what other people think and feel about the whole thing. I'm a bit of a control freak parent, I feel anyway. I do worry a lot and I struggle with giving them independence. I know I've got to get better at that, but I don't know, that just seems like letting him go off on his own is a big step that I'm not ready to take yet. So I need to prepare myself for it before he starts asking. So yeah, just thought I'd throw that out there and see what you guys think, because this parenting malarkey's tough. So Dylan has been at a friend's house and he's just got home, and now we are going to have food, and tonight we are having pulled pork rolls with coleslaw and corn on the cob, and the kids are having some chips with theirs as well because Dylan and Aidan aren't massive fans of corn on the cob, so they probably will not eat theirs. Merrin loves it, like me, and I'm going to give Marnie corn on the cob for the first time just to nibble on and see how she gets on with that. So looking forward to it. I'm starving. I haven't eaten very well today. You know when you just kind of skip lunch and then just pick at bits throughout the day because you're a bit peckish, but you haven't really eaten a proper meal, and I also haven't drunk enough water either. So I need to sort that out this evening, otherwise I will have a headache all night, which is what usually happens when I don't drink enough water. Also, I feel like I should apologise for the state of my face. I've been not very well for the last week. I feel like all year I've been ill. On and off. It's been one of those, well, the last couple of months has just been ridiculous. We've had one thing after another, and I've had a throat infection, and I'm on the mend, but it really took it out of me, and I've just like not been myself at all for the last week. So I'm looking, well, my makeup's all come off, which doesn't help, but I'm looking just like washed out. And I feel like I need to do something quite drastic with my diet and fitness to get myself feeling good again. I feel like my diet hasn't been great lately, and that's probably not helping. And I'm not taking, Marnie's hungry. I'm not taking my supplements like I should be. So yeah, I need to sort myself out and devote some effort to looking after myself and making sure that I'm healthy, because I'm fed up of being ill. Better go and give Marnie some food because she is grumbling.
outside on the trampoline and a bat flew in and landed in the trampoline. A bat landed in the trampoline with us, and then soon after, when you went upstairs, we went to go outside to see some more flying past. And
did you see them?
Yeah, one flew past around us all. We were all huddled in because we were scared.
On the trampoline or just standing in the garden?
Just standing in the garden.
That's
and
really cool.
One just swooped around us and flew off. It was epic, but I was scared.
Enjoying yourself? What are you watching?
Top 12 animals you're glad don't exist anymore. So basically a list of extinct animals that you're glad are extinct.
You'll have to adjust the colour because I'm looking a bit pink from being in the sun all day.
I can't adjust that.
You can.
It is what it is. Look how red your nose is.
I know.
How white I am.
You can see my tan line on my arm. Look.
That's a proper builder's tan right there.
White. We saw bats tonight flying around. One got caught in the trampoline net, landed next to Merrin. She was not impressed, and even less impressed that her big brother abandoned her, ran away screaming, and tried to sandwich her in the door for fear of the bat getting in the house. But what's worse is he didn't know it was a bat, he thought it was a moth. So he was terrified of a giant moth.
And left his sister to
be eaten by a moth. The moth's gonna get you! Yeah, but the bat flew round, hit the net of the trampoline net, and obviously couldn't see it with its sonar radar, and landed right next to Merrin.
She doesn't seem too traumatised now.
No, she went outside to see the bats again after, as they were sort of flying around. You could see them sort of darting about.
That's really cool. I was getting Marnie to sleep at the time, otherwise I would have liked to have seen that.
Dylan sort of came out and then went, oh, and ran straight back in again.
Doesn't like things like that, does he? It might be time for a glass of wine. What do you think? That's me out for the evening. Kids are in bed. Marnie is likely to wake up within the next half an hour. She's already woken up once since she went to sleep. So I think we're going to go, and I'm going to watch a movie. I'm going to try and convince Dan to watch something girly with me on
I'm not
Netflix.
watching RuPaul's Drag Race.
I love RuPaul's Drag Race. RuPaul's Drag Race is hands down my favourite TV programme, and Dan won't even entertain the idea.
It's just weird.
It's not weird, it's brilliant. If anyone's watched RuPaul's Drag Race and has successfully convinced their other halves to watch it with them, please let me know how you did it, because Dan just won't.
Well, you won't sit and watch how it's made either.
No, I will not sit and watch how it's made. I also will no longer sit and watch Grand Designs, having seen every single episode at least 3 times. Do they even make new ones anymore? I don't think they do.
There's lots of revisited.
Ah, see, Kevin McLeod, that's not good enough. Get on it, Kevin. So yes, I'm going to go and make Dan watch RuPaul's Drag Race and have a glass of wine. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in my next one.